Hey, everybody, welcome to EduMatch. Thank you so much for joining us. So, follow along with us at podcast with an s.edumatch.org/. Tweet Talk. Tonight I'm super excited because I'm getting to chat with a phenomenal person, Terence White. So, thank you so much for joining us, Terence.
Hey, and thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to talking with everybody tonight.
Oh, definitely. Looking forward to hearing from you and to chatting with you. So, for those of you who don't know Terrence and get to know him, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. So, Terrence is a seventh grade science teacher in Aurora, Illinois. He's also a father, a husband, lifelong learner, and he's passionate about ed tech. Terrence is a Google Level 2 educator, a Seesaw ambassador, and a student advocate. So, great stuff, Terrence. Great stuff.
Thank you.
So, who or what inspired you to go into education?
The people that inspired me to go into education were really my teachers. Because I'll talk about it later. That my teachers played a huge role in my life, bigger than the average person. So my teachers really inspired me to go into education, to give back, and to be a social justice warrior and to fight for the underdogs. I am all about social justice and making sure that all students, regardless of their backgrounds, get that equal education. And that came from teachers that I had in my life. So they really inspired me to do great things in education because they were
Absolutely. So our teachers, they definitely have a significant impact on us as learners and as teachers ourselves. So same
absolutely.
can be said for us and our students. So absolutely, absolutely. So you are connected. I see you all the time on Boxer and on Twitter and everything. So what has been your journey in connecting with other educators, and what kinds of things have you learned along the way?
Um, this is going to sound crazy, but I really started connecting with educators, connecting beyond my district 3 years ago. I joined Twitter, and that was a life changing in my career experience because from there I started meeting up, talking, joining Twitter chats, talking with different educators, and that's at that moment is when I realized that we instead of a PLC, it's a PLN, and our network can be not just nationwide but worldwide. So that's when my eyes really started getting more open. And then I met another great educator by you know her, Marlena. Yeah.
Yep.
So I met Marlena, and then she got me involved. And I met her in person. She's an unbelievable educator. And I give her a lot of credit for really taking me to the next step. So that really got me to Voxer. And I realized in Voxer that there's a whole new world you can go to and talk to many different educators beyond the Twitter chats. And I feel like Voxer, instead of just the basic Twitter chats and you were done, Voxer, you remain connected with those people because you can go back and forth. So some of the groups I'm in is Restorative Justice, EduMatch, and People of Color EdTech. Those are three of the groups that I play a huge role in, and a shout out to those groups too. I play a huge role in with those Voxer. So that has really connected me to beyond just my district. And now I will never go back because I love being connected because I learn from so many types of educators from all over the world.
That is so true. I agree with you 100% in terms of never going back. Like once you get in, then you can't go back, because you're learning so much and connecting, like you said. So absolutely. So
I want to give one more
so
shout out.
oh yeah,
I got to
please
give one
do,
more
please
shout
do.
out. And also to about now 2 months ago, no, about a month ago. Sorry, I had an opportunity to meet with some unbelievable educators at the OVA, which is our Voice Academy. And that was in Minneapolis. So I was trained to give keynote speeches from yours truly, Sarah, Ken Shelton, Monica. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Monica, don't kill me. Monica and Jenny Majera. So I had an opportunity. Monica, please don't kill me. I feel so bad. My mind's going. Monica Martinez. I got it. Woo! She is going to kill me. Um, I had an opportunity to learn from unbelievable educators, and I also met some educators from all around the country, and I realized that there are some unbelievable educators of color doing awesome things in ed tech. So that has been my connection, and this 2018 is going to be the year where our voices are going to be amplified more than ever. Thanks to you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. And it was such a pleasure hanging out with you and hanging out with everybody in OVA last month. Definitely an experience that changed me as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So shout out to everybody that was part of that. All right. So you have an amazing story. So that was one of the things that you shared with us at
Mhm.
OVA. And you talked about the Phoenix. So could you please share with us about your story, as well as what exactly is the Phoenix?
Absolutely. So one thing about myself is I was born into a family. My parents were both addicted to drugs, and by the time I was age of 4, they left us in an abandoned building, and I became a ward of the state. So I was in foster homes until I was 9 years old. So right there, I did not have my parents in my life. So I was in the foster home I was in was not the best foster home because I experienced a lot of abuse. And then from there, I really had a lot of trauma in my life. And this is where the Phoenix comes in because if anybody knows the story of the Phoenix is down in the ashes, and everybody thinks the Phoenix is dead. It's a bird, and then it gets energy and it gets power, and it rises out of the ashes, being stronger than it was. So my message out with my keynotes that I'm going to be doing and talking with educators is no matter what the trauma is, if teachers believe in that child, they will rise up to be better. And we have students that are come with us with many different backgrounds, many different problems. So I want educators to know don't ever give up on a child because the teachers in my life literally saved my life. They didn't just inspire me, they saved my life. Because what all I didn't have my parents in my life, I didn't have my family. So my teachers were it. And if it wasn't for those teachers, I could would have been addicted to drugs, in jail, or dead, or all the above. So that is my message because I was the bottom 20%. I wasn't the Excel student, great student. I was the student who had a lot of issues, but my teachers saw the love of learning from me. They really pushed that love of learning and they saw it and they just kept adding energy to me and kept refueling me to the point where I could fly on my own. So that is the message of the Phoenix that I want to get out. And I wear a bracelet. I'm gonna show every day. I'm gonna try to show it. It's it's a phoenix on my bracelet. I wear this every day to remind me of where I have was and where I plan on going, and remind myself that why I am doing what I'm doing today.
Wow, wow, that story is powerful. And every time I hear it, and it just really touches me to hear, of how you have, you know, just your own story of strength and resilience. So thank you so much for sharing that.
No
Um,
problem.
yeah. So, oh goodness, you got me like,
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you.
No, it's all good. But like you said, being a phoenix means rising from the ashes to do great things in school and life. So now in education, I'm seeing a shift where people are sharing their stories.
Absolutely.
They're sharing their struggles. They're sharing their successes. Just everything. Just kind of just share. Gosh, I'm so flustered right now.
Oh, I'm so
Sorry,
sorry. I didn't mean to do
but
that
no,
to you.
no, my bad. But I
Oh
mean,
no.
we're all human beings, and we all share. So, and a lot of our colleagues sometimes find themselves in spaces where they feel like the phoenix that was in the ashes. So, what um, what kind of advice do you have for people who might feel like they are in that situation?
Now, is this advice for educators or students or all the above?
All of the above.
Okay, I'm glad you said. I'm going to talk about the students first. I'm actually talking one of my students I have in class right now. Um, what has gone through similar things that I went through as a child. So I finally one of the things that I am starting to own up to is I need to get my story out to all of my students, not just a couple people here and there. I want students to know, hey, through I went through the fire, and you know what? I'm standing here today because of great people. And if I can make it, anybody can make it. So the one student that I am currently mentoring, I have him. He's a seventh grade student, and he has so much potential to do great things, but he makes bad choices. So was talking to the student on Thursday, and I told him that I went through foster care. I went through the water state. His eyes opened up so big. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I had trust issues. I had all of these issues that you're going through right now. But the one thing I told him is your life gets better. You're 13 years old. It's going to get better. And that's the whole point of the Phoenix is you're not done. The things are going to look up. And when you hit rock bottom, we've all had a moment where we feel like we hit rock bottom. Things will get better. If you believe and you have people who are there to inspire you, it will get better. And I told this student, I'm going to your eighth grade graduation. I'm going to your high school graduation. I'm going to your college graduation. You're not getting rid of me. I am. I'm going to see you through that journey and see you to that end where it's positive, and not put you down to say you're not gonna be worth anything. Because at the end of the day, we're human beings. We have challenging things that happen to us. And the biggest thing, just from my experience, it gets better. It may take time for it to get better, but it will get better. So that would be my advice to teachers and students, everybody that's dealing with trauma.
Absolutely, and that is powerful advice and very very true. It definitely will get better, and you are such an inspiration. So, really appreciate you sharing that. And your students, when they hear that as well, when they hear from educators that that we are all human, we all have struggles and challenges, and that, like you said, then that really shows them, um, that really shows them a lot. So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
the one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to start sharing that student. I'm like, this is who I am. I'm going to start my school year. You know what? This is who I am, and putting it out there because if I could connect with one child, I have done it. And I know I can connect with more than one with that story.
Absolutely. That is so true. So we were chatting a little bit before the show about like 2018. Oh my goodness, this is like the year of Terrence. So what are some what are some things that we can expect to see from you this year?
I am going to be doing my first keynote in 6 days. I'm going to be speaking to the EdTech Summit in Des Plaines, Illinois, which is 20 miles away from Chicago. So I'm going to be doing my first keynote, and I'm going to be hopefully to use that to tell my message of the Phoenix and to look at the underdog and really push the mission of being a social justice warrior, fighting for all students and not to label them. So 2018 is going to be that year where I'm really going to start pushing my message out because I am a believer that all students can succeed regardless of their background. Because teachers, we have a powerful role. We have the power to inspire, or we could do damage if we don't inspire our students. So that is the message I am really pushing this year.
I love that, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. And you are already doing amazing things. Love the blog, and like I was saying, I can't wait to hear the keynote because I know that people are going to have you do it over and over. So
Yeah.
whenever you come over to the East Coast or next conference that
All
we're
right.
both at, then
Love
I
it.
can't wait to hear it. Yeah. So awesome things. And real quick before we go to the last question, wanted
Absolutely.
to give a huge shout out to Peggy George and to Rochelle, Danae Post, who are in our on our YouTube live page right now. So shout out to both of you. Thank y'all for joining us as well as our other viewers. So the last question for
Of
you is
course.
that you're amazing. So definitely people are going to want to know how to get in touch with you online. So if you could please just share that with our
Of
viewers.
course. I'm on Twitter at Terence White 23. And I am also on Voxer at TD White 2320. I would love to connect with more people. I'm a believer you cannot connect with too many people. I really love to connect with people because I love learning from people. And as I stated, I'm a lifelong learner. And anytime I can learn new things and new strategies that help me help our teachers educate the future of our country. So those are the ways that you can reach me.
All right, awesome, Terrence. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight
Of
and
course.
for sharing with us and learning with us. So we really appreciated hearing from you, and wanted to thank everybody who's tuning in right now and everybody who will catch us later on the replay. So this will be available as a podcast in a couple weeks or so. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But it is now on our YouTube live page, so check that out at any time. So just wanted to remind everybody that we have two great episodes coming up for you next Sunday as well. So at 4 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be talking with Janae Irwin. So come back and check that out. Podcast with an s.edumatch.org/tweet talk. And also at 6 p.m., we are going to be talking about voice and choice in professional development. So that's going to be moderated by Irene Ball. So you can actually sign up to be a panelist for that. You can watch it at the same link, but you can sign up to be a panelist at podcast with an s.edumatch.org/sign up. So definitely come back, join us, and looking forward to seeing everybody. So enjoy your week and have a great one.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.